Alrighty, Group D, day 4 of the TP Cup. We have 6 players in the quarterfinals already, which are double elimination this time. This is an $11,000 tournament by TH, Infi, and Fly. Once again, thank you so much for allowing us to stream, even without delay, like with our own camera control, with our own production. Super nice, thank you boys. So our bracket for today looks like this. We start with Lin versus Lawlight, and afterwards we got Foggy versus Pink. Then we go into the lower bracket semi-final, then into the winner bracket final, and then we decide the group stage with the lower bracket final here in this group. We have, of course, an Orc versus Night Elf to our hands, and this is one of the best in the world. Even though both are not at their peak currently, I think Focus, with the exception of Friday, is the best Orc currently. Fly is not playing too many tournaments anymore, and Lin looked beatable. But same goes for Lawlight. Like, the ELO ranking updated today, and a couple of months ago, he was contesting the spot of the best Night Elf in the world, and now he's rank 6. He's dipping... Wait, that is wrong. That is super wrong. How is this so wrong? Wait a minute. I was about to say, like, who is up there? This is kind of weird. Okay, sorry for the tail of the tape being broken for now. We go into the game. Lawlight ranked 9 in the world currently, still behind Colorful, Foggy, and Moon rank 4 of all the Night Elves, and there's quite a bit of distance between them. So Lawlight has some catching up to do. Lawlight, I hope he did his homework. His casted duties for AWL are gone. Lin currently rank 5. And it's weird to say, but this is one of the lowest ranks he's had in quite a while. Below 2500, we all know 2500 is the ceiling to the S tier. He is super close though with 2489. So with a good run here in the TP Cup, he can definitely make up for it. And what a matchup we got to our hands in the first map. We see Lin going for the approach that Focus has displayed in this group stage as well. And that is Farseer first. That worked, especially here in Tidehunters, really, really well with a fast tag. And Raider, Shaman, and Serpent Wards behind this. You can creep very, very well here. But what's a Farseer without mana? Not a good companion. He won't have too many friends, aka wolves, on the map. And with that, Lawlight goes for a Demon Hunter. Gives up on the big strength that is the Keeper of the Grove in the early game for Night Elf versus Orc, and goes back into Demon Hunter territory. That is very, very interesting. We've seen so much of Blade Master versus Keeper. We've also seen quite a bit of Farseer versus Keeper. And this is a sign to me that Lawlight knows exactly what's up, knows exactly what Lin was planning for, and knows that probably the Orcs are on a shift currently from Blade Master to Farseer. This is a grunt opening, by the way, so no Warmill, no Headhunters, which I guess makes sense. Level 2 on the Demon Hunter already, pretty tanky. On the other side we have a Cloak of Flames plus almost level 2 for Lin. Yo Hippo, nice to have you here, man. Glad you enjoy the highlights. Always good to have some kind words to open the day.
A town is under
Demon Hunter at the shop, waiting for the staff, is ready in 6 seconds. I guess it's worth the time. This is of course not the most efficient thing to do, but making 100% sure that you get the staff and or boots. It is only boots. Okay. So then is the question, how do you play this as the Night Elf? The tech for Lin is quite far progressed. Lawlight is creeping at the same time with his archer, keeping them safe from the wolves as well. This is kind of Night Elf versus Orc reverse. Demon Hunter got it! Oh my god, absolute disaster for Lin. What a play by Lawlight. So, what I mean by this is, usually the grunts are parked in the main. They don't want to be entangled and killed early on. Here, archers are parked close to the main because they don't want to get bitten by wolves. And with that, a bigger force on the map for Lin, but what did he do with it? Not even reaching level 2. That was a huge last hit for Lawlight. Level 2.3 for him. And having that dust here is tremendous. Double Beastery for Lyn. So it's not Focus's strategy. But Mass Raiders? You could still go for a Keeper second then. And Tangle Treant's both pretty good for Raiders. Also, if you want to go for Bears, then Thorns Aura is nice. Beastmaster second, okay. This almost looks like a talent strategy. But of course, we see a Hunter Soul already. With that shouldn't be talents at all. Might not be the worst thing to go for, actually, as there is no Dispel for Lyn.
A town is under siege.
Pretty cool model, by the way, on the Quillbeast. Thanks to this terrain.
A player's
Black
forces
Fur.
are under attack.
Naga push. No peons here, so no towers. There's not even a big first hero advantage, not at all. I kind of like Lawlight's choice here to have summons. Quillbeast won't do the most damage to Raiders, of course. Yeah, and it's Raiders and Pillage. Okay. Is Lyn watching too many Resoman replays recently? I mean, Resoman is doing good. He gained 90 elo points. I think this is the biggest gain ever in 1 week by winning the Gold Cup and defeating Hitman in the America's ESL Cup. But unfortunate slow on this grunt here. Would love to have an Entangle now, but he had the boots before, so Demon Hunter is chasing. We keep an eye on this grunt while we also look at the fight. Second grunt hurt. This grunt in the north went down, just saw it. And this is Lawlight with a tremendous early game. Would love to have level 3, I guess. Gotta be a little careful to not get all the Dryads caught out.
A player's forces are
But this early tech, this Naga push, did absolutely nothing except killing this Engine of War, I guess. Oh, the creeps might get 2 kills here though. Ooh, little bit of a blunder. And Snare is finished. So double kill, I guess, for the creeps. And man, this game started so well, but a lot of firepower now out. And all of a sudden it's Lyn on a tear. So how can you force some kind of retreat? Oh no, this creep tech in the middle. Of course he has the home turf advantage, instant reinforcements, even a shop is up, Moonwell Juice is here too. We saw Linguagua trying to brute force with Raiders a little bit, in a different matchup of course, was against Undead, and losing an absurd amount of Raiders. I think it was, not exaggerating, was a dozen. But now with the Dryad damage adding up, and oh, Quillbeast already there. The cloak doesn't help because there was 1 dust remaining. So this push defended. Even though it was a precarious situation, Lyn a little too greedy here. Fighting into Night Elf bases, a tough task. And he would love to have some time to self up, to get the Naga back. But Lawlight is just pushing forward. Does he have a staff already? Nope, but Lightning Shield comes into effect right away. So on top of the powerful right clicks and the beautiful blocks, we also get a Lightning Shield here. And losing the 3 archers in the mid game might not be the worst thing. Demon Hunter diving deep, the rest of the army is not taking care of cancelling the selves, and this burrow is a little exposed.
Players' forces are under attack.
And what do you do, man? The Raiders are supposed to be in the other base. You don't want to fight with them straight up, especially not when there's no surface area. Beastmaster was blocking quite a bit. Now Raiders can enter again. But how do you escape? Lightning Shield again. Ah, is that enough damage? Doesn't look like it. But yeah, this burrow is so exposed, so easy to kill in the absence... Oh, an instant dispel. In the absence of reinforced defenses. And yeah, Ankus is right. Where's the Naga? The altar is empty. There we go. That was late though. So is there a Lawlight overextension? This game Goes back and forth quite a bit. This Dryad needs some help, gets the help it needs, and of course these trades go in favor of Lawlight at the moment. Might be forced into the TP, trying to lock down the Demon Hunter, who is grinding up to almost level 4. Not the greatest army anymore for Lawlight, but I can only imagine a couple of Dryads were saved. You can see it here. Lyn didn't crumble under the pressure. But what do you do now when your opponent
A player's forces
knows
are
exactly
under
what you
attack.
do? And you can kind of easily counter this. Invo Potion against the Hero Focus, that's a nice achievement. Did he go for Bear? Yes, he did. Not much mana left, and this might force Lawlight into a town portal. Or the Invo is no mana anymore. And more hits. Of course, in a 1-to-1 fight, siege damage is superior. Oh, that was close. Superior to the Dryads, of course, who are unarmored, and piercing damage doesn't do too much against melee, against medium armor. But the poison damage is there. Demon Hunter's packing a punch. And I think Lyn would have loved to have a different early game. This lasted here in the north was so big. Taking care that there's no chain lightning at all. Just preventing level 2. Like, where's the progress? Where's the progress of Lyn? The Beastmaster kind of got him in experience. Naga is super underleveled. It's game. That's just game. Sees Lawlight is ready for the defense, and what a performance. What a start for Lawlight. I did not expect this, to be honest. I would have thought that Lyn is a little bit the favorite. Lawlight, of course, very, very good, but Lyn is also a beast in this matchup, and Lawlight was struggling a little here, especially in the matches versus Focus in this matchup. He was playing very weird strats with like tier 3 Chimera and Bear rushes, etc. That didn't work too well. But here, just the perfect counter by Lawlight. Not the perfect execution, I would think. He could have dominated even more if he's not losing the 3 archers in the middle. And yeah, never got the base race done. Lawlight was in his base whenever he needed to be in his base. And just held this. The power of Moon Juice, the power of a strong Demon Hunter. Not the greatest start for Lyn at all. Also, where was the Naga the entire time? That is a mistake that Lyn usually doesn't do. We do have an Orc already in the quarters. That is Focus, of course, playing a very, very good tournament. No, that's not true, actually. He didn't play a good tournament. Okay. Next map is Northern Isles. But he's usually in a very, very good shape at the moment. I guess the only player who really shined without any flaws was 1-0. Then slightly behind that is Moon. Hey Mia, I know you hardly feel those comments anymore, but watching back to Warcraft gives me some consolation and hold in this world as rituals do. Dude, guess you got this a little wrong. I love these comments. These comments are worth so much. Of course we get praise here and there, but also a lot of negative comments, I'd say. So the comments help. I say this every other cast at the end. Some kind words or just constructive feedback. I'm happy about constructive feedback already, and if it's kind words, man, it's even better. So thank you for sharing this, and glad that we can do a little bit of a difference. Yo, Jenny, what's up? How's the hangover today on a scale from 1 to 3? I guess yesterday was a solid 5, eh? And we have a lobby bug. I can't exit this lobby. Man, NetEase has some weird bugs recently. Okay, I have to remake the lobby. Then it will take a second or two. Whoa, I can't even leave the lobby. Okay, happens, I guess. Mavid Dyers, thank you for the sub. 8 months, man. Much love. No hangover. Yesterday was an 8. An 8 out of 3 is sick, dude. How do you get the sub goal thing in chat? That's a new feature in Twitch. You can do it in your dashboard. How can someone talk bad about you, Neo? Wow! There's quite a lot. Ooh, yesterday in chat was a little bit of a discussion who's your favorite Back to Warcraft caster. And oh boy, it was this typical thing of people tried to give praise to, let's say, for example, Carson, and at the same time shit-talking the others to, you know, create a little bit of distance between the praise for Carson and, yeah, then the other casters. Oh boy, there was some content in chat. Yeah, everybody is personal preference, of course. So I'm not jealous if you say that Carson is your favorite caster at all. Understandable. Very understandable. So we move on to map number 2. Lawlight with the lead. Next one is Northern Isles, and I'm curious if Lyn is opening up more conservative here, more meta with the Blade Master, or if he's on the Farseer train again. That's the barracks. Okay, doesn't tell us too much except that it's not Headhunters opening. Bold Neo, best Neo. Well, there's also discussion about that. I guess there's discussions about everything. So Lawlight in the south. He got the perfect counter on map 1. So will he read this right again? Keeper this time versus a Blade Master. So it seems like 2 out of 2 hero choices go to the Night Elf. For the Night Elves, we already have Moon and Colorful. For the humans, we have Chemico and Fortitude, who surprisingly qualified over Sok. For the Undead, of course, 1-0 as the back-to-back champion recently. Thank you, Stefan, for keeping the channel clean.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, so this is the norm, this is the meta, this is what we've seen for the past... Is it 3 years already? I'm not too sure. Like Keeper meta, right? It's been a while. Could be 3 years. Sometimes stronger, sometimes weaker. here on Northern Isles, there is a chance to get a super pimped out Blade Master. It's like plus 36 damage or something. Especially thanks to the marketplace that we got. And it's no insta-harass. Lolite playing it a little more safe by not going for the Tuskars, but rather the green. Then moving over Lindsay's everything. So how aggressive is he gonna play? Claws of attack for the Keeper. Nice to deal with this early harass. Speed scroll, double heal self, and Lolite sees this as well. So the blade is coming. You gotta hurry up. Good micro on the Treant. Pickaxe already in the air. Okay, deals with it now. So the item is gone. The big creep is gone. Parry up against the Blade Master. You know what? I don't hate it. And again, it looks like Lolite is in full control. With good scouting. Oh, last hit battle again. Unwilling to entangle the Blade Master here. Mantle of Intelligence would have suited this Keeper quite well, especially like it's cold. That guy is barely wearing anything. Having a nice warm mantle on Northern Isles is never bad, is it? So Lyn is doing a decent job, I guess. Ooh, was that a last hit again? Yes, it was. By the Grunt. So this time he entangled the blade, but the Grunt was there. But since the Grunt is here, he's also exposed to entangle. Last time, or last game. Oh. Is it a save? No, right? No chance. Also no last hit. Last game, of course, there was no entangle, so he could play Grunts more aggressively. Speaking of aggression, what a sneaky tower. Lyn usually scouts for it, and Lyn is one of the best to defend pushes, and he is scouting for it. Here this Grunt loss hurts a little. He has one backup Grunt, which should still be able to deal with this, even though the AP is already at 50%. Yeah, Lolite sees this. Like the Wind of Illusion, can always make sure to scout the expansion, or he leaves at the worst moment. Ah, no Tree of Life yet. Thank you, youngers! Or young Urs? Young Urs? Youngers? 1 year of subbing. I should have learned this by now in like 12 months. Subspancer, not September. I don't get this really, but hey, thank you. Telestaff, good attack speed. Blade Master is getting better, but still no level 3 here. It's just about a little bit of experience, but with this being a little bit about experience, this is no level 3 Keeper yet. If Lyn steals one, I think that stays this way, and he got this one! Okay, level 3 prevented. There is another Windwalk, he should be able to get out, at least with the staff, but he's just fighting out. Which is of course excellent. So Lolite needs another creep after this one. This is looking way better for Lyn than game 1 was. So Grunt and Shaman is the play. No Beastery, no early Kodo. Alchemist second for Lolite with that map control in the middle. So he's catching up with that level, but yeah, you kinda wanna have that level 3 earlier. Why Bagels? Thank you for the Prime. I wonder how your nickname got created, because Bagels are pretty damn awesome. So why would you question Bagels? And why would you ever question a Wind of Illusion? Blade finds this. Can't prevent level 2 on the Alchemist, can't prevent level 3 on the Keeper anymore. He did for a long time. Ooh! Wow, 2 spells on an illusion? This... I mean, there was a little bit of a trend, right? To mana burn illusions, etc. One of the wind used both. No! no! Oh my, the Shadowhunter got the last hit, but gets surrounded immediately. Vamp Aura, not that great for Lawlight, as he has pretty much no melee units. Keeper can't reach because he used that Entangle on the illusion before. Otherwise, he would have had the mana.
A town is under siege.
Oh, how unfortunate. Expo is up though, but Lin is totally expecting this. Nice timing, will prevent the Entangled Goldmine for a while. And the Peon is already moving over. Lin seems very happy with this mid game. Hunts are hurt. Level 3 Alchemist slowed down for sure.
A player's forces are under attack.
So we get more upgrades. War Mill as well. This is not an easy game for Lawlight from here on out. But Lin has been a little too greedy with expansion sometimes. His Shadowhunter only level 1, that's a downside. But he can get there with skeletons, with a lab, while the Blade Master is harassing. But yeah, is this expo too early? I don't think so. Yeah, Alchemist is making progress, and this is, by the way, the level 3 prevented by the Shadowhunter. I think the Hunter too hurt to do anything at this point. Grumpy Dennis, thank you for the 5-month resub. Why are you so grumpy, mate? What's the reason? You want to talk? I got a shoulder for you, man. Always look on the bright side of life. BM Lizard, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Yeah, guys, make use of that September. Subscriptions are cheaper by like 20% or something. Oh boy! Focus fire on that Blade Master immediately. Do we have heal wave? Yes, we do. So he stays a little longer in that fight with that. Not too much acid bomb on the grunts, but again, fighting into Night Elf base isn't the greatest thing you can do. Cleans up the Serpent Wards as well. It's extra experience and 2 XP away. Talk to the shoulder sounds more like a threat than an invitation to talk about your feelings. Dude, you know what I mean. I got a shoulder for you to lean on. And now, I got Major Laser stuck in my head. Lawlight with an auto transition already, no tier 3. He plays this a little 15 Sway-esque. With very, very late tier 3, but I think the expansion was just not running long enough. And I think the Shadowhunter is not level 3, so he doesn't need an early transition too much. Yeah, for TP Cup there's no delay. A little questionable, but you know, if the organizer says no delay, then back to Warcraft obeys no delay. Thanks, Stefan. So, double level 3, broke into upkeep, Lin 10 supply down, which is the norm. Blade Master's not level 3, and that's a downside because there's no mirror image yet, so Entangle can't be dodged really. Except with Purge, which does cost mana. Alchemist has no mana, could use the Greater if he wants to commit it yet, but of course, do you want to use it already? I don't think so. Nice little grunt flank with Lightning Shield. Ooh, has to pass the TP. No Hex, of course, so no weapon really to delay this. And so many hurt grunts. And a dead grunt. Still... like, this Shadowhunter is Lin's Achilles heel. He needs level 3. Yeah, he survived. Yeah, he saved a lot. But he also didn't kill much. So the supply gap is just widening. 15 supply now. Still the greater mana. I think this was kind of key to save it for the big fight. Everybody knew this was just a distraction. An invul would be great, but Lin was there. Lin and Chop control. Glorious, glorious combo. Look at this Glock. Forces a heal wave immediately and yet gets the kill. The Archer's in a good position, hunts into block. Of course they're soaking up damage, but the Serpent Wards aren't really a threat. Without that piercing damage, what do? I wouldn't even mind to see a Wyvern, but instead we go Raiders first. Wisps are coming in. There's not even too much to flood. Like, the Shaman, dry. Shadowhunter, dry. Is there still this big mana? No, he used that before. Lyn is getting a couple of kills. And some reinforcements. Where were these Shaman? What did they do? A little bit of position? Out of position? What did I say? I don't know. It's early. Alright, next big fight. Lawlight is the one without too much mana. Is there a TP? Yes, there is. Focus fire on the blade. There's a stab, but he's just dead. That was a little too much. No invul, and I think Lyn, one of the best Warcraft 3 players of all time, finds himself in the lower bracket after this game with a clean 2-0. That's a big elo boost for Lawlight. Yeah, grunts are falling. This is just too much. Kodo coming in. Still tier 2. This is a little worrisome. If you're a Lawlight fan. Oh, I think he got it and then let go. Wow, guy in chat, Neo's pimple. Well, that's been a while. Welcome back, mate. Lyn's still fighting, but this expansion has been broken. And was there no chance to creep the Shadowhunter up? I'm not too sure. Good Shadow Melts, lots of saves, and again, as I said before, decent damage, but not too many kills. There's Nature's Blessing, so if there's an attack by Lyn coming, I wonder with what, man? He's at 50. Okay, Blade Master only back now. What can he do? What can he possibly do? Yeah, and without level 3 on the Shadowhunter, you're just effed, I think. Lawlight running away with experience with an interesting approach of a very, very, very long tier 2. Not the biggest fan. I appreciate the Night Elf tier 3, as you guys all know. Marksmanship and orbs. But hey, it worked. And why move away from hunts if they're not getting killed? It's getting ready for the double shop. This is the Lawlight special. 2 shops to get Orb of Venom on both heroes immediately. Yeah, he has level 3 Shadowhunter now. But this is too late. This is 15 minutes into the game. This is way, 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 way too late. So Expo cancelled again. There is pillage, so Lyn is getting a little bit of damage and a little bit of extra gold. But you can't take an open fight, so Lyn has to show all his strategic genius. But I guess it's just a base race, and winning base races, even with raiders, against hunches and treants is absolutely brutal. It's just 2 raiders here. It's not a single raider here. Yes, Lyn has to kill 2 bases, while Lawlight is just pushing forward, going for that second base. And you can't repair. Like, if you start to repair, the glaives bounce into the peons and... what more repair here? Without income, Lyn has no chance, and that's his tech gone as well. No mana potion for the Shadowhunter, which you kinda need. Will come down to the last building. Oh, focus fire on this peon! Peon! Kill the peon! Kill the peon! Not getting it. Lyn still sees a chance somehow. But he has not a single burrow left. Lolite never lost the Tree of Eternity, so he still got income. He lost the expansion, yeah, okay. But he killed 2 bases at the same time. Lightning Shield, ooh, again, pretty good. And that's the lower bracket. Don't underestimate this lower bracket. Yeah, in round 1 you will probably face Pink, which is very doable for Lyn. But then you need to win either Lawlight or Foggy, if all things go according to plan. Okay, we're trying to rebuild. Lyn is not giving up without a fight, and this is kind of the theme of the tournament, I feel. Even though there's just a little chance left in the game, people hang in there. Lolai just has to sit at home. There's not much to creep in the middle. So just to get some experience, Lyn has to move out quite far, and Lolai is just getting better. Even though he has to rebuild Moonwells, of course. And maybe, well, this expansion, I don't think so. But he got Orb now. He got Marksmanship. He's at 2-2. Like, even with a lot of hero focus, I don't think this is working. Acid Bomb, big one. Good upgrades, of course, for Lyn, but still, it's too much. Would love to see some Wisp, but I don't think he can afford it. Look at this Archer positioning, so Lightning Shield can't do too much. Lyn is fighting well for the few tools that he has. But it feels so hopeless. Got very good kills actually, but he's the one without income for such a long time. What's the goal difference actually?
A player's forces are under attack.
2.5k. So this is why Shadowhunter 3 is so important. You saw how the Hunters are melting. And Archer numbers, not really critical at this point. Lolite still has to rebuild Moonwells. Starting it now, this seems late. Okay, if Lyn has another fight like this, he could still do it. He's attack down, of course, and I guess not having mana potions will hurt him big time, as Lolite was never losing his tech. Mana potion would have been so perfect now. That's not the case. Would have Cunning for a little bit more mana, and armor is really good. 4-4 Blade, what's this? Level 2 crit, okay. We do have a better heal wave now. We do have more damage now. But also level 5 Alchemist. Not saying that it's very realistic that Lyn gets this comeback. There's a small chance that he does it. And I guess it's also just because he's Lyn. Every other orc would probably be dead already. But Lyn is Lyn. We have a heal scroll, we have an invuln.
A player's forces are under attack.
We've seen Lyn come back from worse. That is very true. That is very, very true. Lining up for the town portal home. Portum just started as the Moonwells finished. So now again with the home turf advantage, Archers seem a little safe, but it's also an invite to more Lightning Shield. With the Wisp being here, they can't really connect as he's blocking himself. A lot, actually. Oh, having the Wisps ready for the detonate because he saw this coming. This is, of course, an expensive detonate. Where are the Wisps now? Pulled them out. Okay. And this was a lot of damage. On top of the 15 supply that Lolite is ahead now. There's also like 12 supply about to die. Does pillage count towards gold mined? Yeah, total. It should go towards that, yes. But I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, I think this is everything. This also includes sold items and stuff. But yeah, to confirm this, like 100%, I have to look it up and test it a bit. Lynn doing Lynn things, absolutely true, Herr Förster. Wonderful Sunday to you and your family. Hope you're doing very well. That one only, thank you for the sub. So, is this the knockout punch? It absolutely looks like it. Wow, that was a hero focus if I ever saw one. Just take out the heroes. Yeah, damage is piling up quite a bit if you have Acid Bomb and Orbs and a lot of archers with marksmanship and upgrades. Lolai 2-0's Lyn. I don't think too many people would have thought this going into today. I expected at least a closer series, but on map 1, it was just a hero hard counter with Demon Hunter versus Farseer and Lolai playing this really well against the potential Raider lane. And here Lyn should kinda know that he needs to power creep the Shadowhunter. Was there a stolen creep or something that I missed? Because usually the Shadowhunter got the Overseer in the middle, right? So that should have been a jump start. Yeah, this was way more one-sided. Way more one-sided than we all thought. Alright everybody, we're 20 subs away from the 2600. So we go into a little break and you can make use of September. Subs are 20% off, and in a lot of countries they got cheaper in general. So if you want to do us a little favor, then feel free to sub. 2600 would be a lovely number for us to lean on. Of course, we have plenty of options to support. If you look in the About section here or on the VOD, we got a Patreon where you can support us for longer term. You get some cool rewards over there. There's one-time donations possible via PayPal, cryptocurrency, and credit card. And we have some merchandise as well. Back to warcraft.com/support to check all that out. So I'm gonna refill my coffee, join the game, and it's time for Foggy to show the way. He's up against Pink, fighting for the winner bracket final to meet Lolliot again, just like they did on Monday's ESL Cup. Wouldn't mind a rematch, to be honest. See you in a bit.